Question for you. Logan said you were reading a book on the way home from Dallas. What are you reading?
What was I reading? I think it was Ryan Holiday, one of his books. Stillness is the key. Yeah, I was good to read and felt good. So.
How do you feel like the guys came out today, obviously coming off a tough loss? I know Joe challenged guys to see who was willing to fight all 60 minutes, all that. How'd you feel like everybody responded today?
I thought well. I thought, we put an emphasis, Coach put an emphasis on fundamentals and, coming off the ball and practicing fast and kind of the speed of the game. Like what you're talking about, and I thought we did that. I thought it was a physical practice, and I think guys responded.
Daniel, when you got a chance to look at the film, what stuck out to you that wasn't readily apparent after the game about how you played, like you personally?
I don't know. I mean, I think like any games, there's good things and bad things. So we're certainly good in the game and things we can build on, things I can build on. But got to get rid of the mistakes and the stuff that's holding us back. So you try to look at each play separately, how it adds to the whole, but what was going on in that specific play, and learning from that. So lots to learn from.
A couple weeks ago, I asked you the impact having Andrew playing so well, like what that did for you. What does it do now that he's not going to be in the lineup?
Like I said, he's played well, and hate to see him go down. I know he's dealing with a lot with those injuries, but we got a lot of confidence in the guys stepping up, and Matt's played at a really high level this season as well. So he'll step in, and whoever else is in there, we have a ton of confidence in. So looking forward to working with them.
Daniel, do you at times have to make a conscious effort to not speed things up? You know what I mean? To kind of, maybe if things are breaking down a little bit, obviously you got to get rid of the ball and make quick decisions, but to not go too fast, you know what I mean? And make sure you scan and see everything you need to make the right play.
I think that just comes within making reads and playing the position. I think is understanding when to get the ball out of your hands, trusting the read and going through it, being true to that. That's my job. That's how you play quarterback. So definitely something I've got to continue to do.
And is there a certain crisis management, to some plays when things break down quickly and all of a sudden it's like, okay, I can't do what I wanted to do on this play, so you have to quickly go to the next thing. How difficult is that?
Yeah, I think that's a big part of the position, and Coach Garrett talks about it a lot. The play's not, we'd hope for it to be perfect every time, but the reality in pro football and for everyone across the league is it doesn't work out perfect. So it's about managing situations and avoiding the bad plays.
Without so many receivers, tight ends, running backs this season, your offensive line's been in flux. I know you guys have the next man up mentality, but how hard is it to keep an offense going when you just can never have that consistency of personnel?
It changes things up here and there, and tough to go without guys. But like you said, we've got guys who've stepped up, and we got guys who can make plays and guys who can do a lot of things, who bring a lot of different things to the table. So it's about playing to those strengths, and I'm confident. I think we're confident as a group that we'll be able to perform.
Does it ever make you wonder a little bit about what this offense could have been if you had everybody out on the field the way you had planned?
I think our focus is on what we're doing this week and preparing, preparing with this game plan and getting ready to go.
How much does the identity of the offense change when, I know you guys come into the season, you're planning on Saquon to be a big piece, right, eventually getting healthy, but when you don't have him, how much does the whole look of it change in your mind?
Yeah, he's a dynamic player, obviously, brings a lot to the table. So I think, within the game plan and what we plan to do, we kind of structure it towards, the strengths of the guys we have. And like I said, we have a lot of good players who bring a lot to the table. So when we plan and when we go through the week, that's the idea, is to get the ball in those guys' hands and tailor it to what they do well.
Dallas, does that make you reconsider how you run the ball? Like, do you have to make any changes, be a little less risky as far as putting yourself in harm's way?
I think the Dallas hit was one thing, but I think I've realized that through these first couple of years, and something I certainly need to do better. But I'll keep working on it. Because
coach keeps saying, they kind of talk to you about it's hard to get at competitors. Is that just a really hard thing for you to get through in the heat of the moment to not take on a hit?
Yeah, I think 3rd and 1 on the goal line is a little different situation than some of the situations I've been in the past. I think I definitely need to do a better job in some of those situations, getting down.
In 2020 hindsight on that play, did you see Rudolph kind of alone?
That wasn't really the idea there, and could have communicated a little better.
Joe said was that one of the reasons why he thinks that you play so aggressively when you're running is that you don't want to be considered different than the other guys. You want to show those and not take hits. You know what I mean? So how much of it is that where you're a football player, show those guys that you're just like that?
I think that's part of it. I think I've always kind of felt that way. I'm trying to compete, get as much as I can out of certain plays, like anyone else would, and like other guys do when they have the ball in their hands. But like I said, there's situations I can learn from and do a better job protecting myself, protecting the ball.
Daniel, speaking of Rudolph, one of the reasons why he was brought here, because he is a big red zone target. That's what he does. Why do you think he hasn't been more involved in this offense?
I think we're certainly something we're focused on in the red zone is using him and making him a big weapon for us down there. And I got to do a better job in a lot of those situations, getting him the ball and in situations he can score. But that's something he does well and something we're working on.
Does playing the Panthers mean anything to you? I know that was your kind of childhood team there.
It's cool. Yeah, I grew up pulling for them in Charlotte, and certainly still have a lot of friends who are Panthers fans. So, I think that's cool to be able to play them. But it's another game. We're preparing like we always do.
They rooting for you, or they tell you they're rooting for the Panthers? How does that work?
I hope they're rooting for me. I probably got some still Panthers fan.
Who was your guy? 3 more. Who was your guy growing up?
I like Jake Delhomme a lot, and Steve Smith. I think growing up, I was a big Steve Smith guy. Just the way he played and his toughness, the way he competed. Always loved watching him.
How much did you get to know Sam when you guys were in the market here together?
I got to know him a good bit, and I've obviously watched him a lot, and he's had a good start of the season, so always pulling for him.
Last one. Danny, when you look back on last week, I mean, you started the season so very well. I mean, when you look back on last week, what went wrong?
I think it's just forcing things that weren't there, and bad decisions that set us back. I think not staying true to the read, some of the things we were talking about earlier, and trusting that. So I gotta understand that, understand what went wrong, what I was thinking, and make sure I correct it.